You get these athletes that come from around the world and have trained and learned in a different environment, whether it's Russia, Slovakia, Latvia, Czech Republic, Sweden. Canadians are taught a little bit different than, kind of the American model. Some players played on bigger ice and different coaching styles, and you see that. You bring them all together in a place like Muskegon, and how to bring all those pieces and all that talent and all that hockey knowledge. And I think that's something that as a coach, instead of trying to restrain that creativity or those different styles, it's like, how can you celebrate them and promote them within the structure of your team and within how the game is played in the USHL and in the United States. It's challenging at times to find creative ways to get everybody on the same page, but ultimately, I think if you can do that, you can have success in getting everybody on the same page. It actually, I think, is a huge advantage. Just the way they think it's a little bit different. And I think it's also tremendously impactful for our players who came up through, the United States model or the Canadian model. And now this is their first taste of playing with players who English is a second language. There's cultural differences. It's different in Russia than it is in the United States. It's different in Slovakia and Czech and Sweden and Canada. And when these players go to college, they're going to be exposed to that even more. And then most certainly, if they're able to achieve their goal of playing in the NHL, I think this experience is a good gateway to that. It can be an American kid, it can be a Canadian kid, it can be a Russian kid, a Swede. It's just anytime you bring somebody into your environment, their presence and their personality is going to have an impact on the group. Really, in these situations, you rely and you lean on your leadership group and your captains and your players, and the work that we've had to put in, not only this year, but last year. That's where the credit goes. They built the foundation, and this year it's their responsibility to enhance and maintain and have the ability that when players come in, whatever their background is, they show them the way. This is how we do things. This is why we do it this way. This is what's acceptable. These are our habits. These are our details. This is how we're expected to interact and behave. And then you just lean on them, and then you allow that player that comes in to kind of showcase his personality within the construct of the team. The responsibility gets heavier when now I have kids, and I think about them, my trepidations as a parent to send my son or sons to a different family, to a coach that I've never met. Every kid in that locker room is somebody's son, and it's a giant leap of faith for parents to trust us as an organization and me as a coach with their young men's, not only their future, but just their day-to-day. There's a lot more that goes into this than just the practices or the hockey time. It's, making sure they're eating right, they're sleeping, they're making good decisions, that they're growing as a person. These are 16, 17, 18-year-old kids and then we're asking them to come in, to buy in, to play at a high level, to be a good teammate, to get to know the language, get to know their billets, get to know their teammates. I think it takes a tremendous amount of courage and confidence, and I have nothing but admiration and respect for the players that are able to do that and then still maintain a high level of performance. It's incredible, and it speaks to their resilience and their mental toughness, and also it speaks to their drive and commitment to what they want to accomplish in their careers. The responsibility increases on our end to make sure these players are taken care of.